Rashad, why you
Anyway,
didn't hit me up?
Hey, Rashad.
What's up, Rashad?
Thank you, Rashad.
brother, I love you, brother.
What's up, Rashad? What it do, boy?
Hey, Rashad.
Yes, sir. Welcome back to the channel. If you are new to the channel, this is the road to 10K subs. My name is Rashad Milligan. Without further ado, let's get into it. Okay, so first things first, man. I had to do this, man. If you know anything about the channel, if you see anything that's in the description, the links that are usually in the description, for about the past year and greater than the past year, I've had at least one link about autism awareness, donating to autism related causes, things that can really not autism related causes, causes that are, created to help, to assist autism, everything like that. This is a great platform for that. This is the Arc of Possibility LLC. And, right here, I'll just read the description. Welcome to the Arc of Possibility, where we embrace the truth that with God, all things are possible. Possibility is the power to become, to grow, to transform. It is the belief that no matter the challenges we face, there is always a way forward. Mark 10:27 reminds us, quote unquote, with man, this is impossible, but not with God. All things are possible with God. This podcast was birthed from a lived experience, her journey as a mother to a daughter, now 19, navigating the life on the spectrum with autism. Every lesson, every challenge, and every victory has been shaped in the space of faith, hope, and resilience. To the caregivers, to the parents, to the warriors walking this path, we see you. The Arc of Possibility LLC is here to uplift, inspire, and remind you that hope is never out of reach. Together, we'll explore the stories of courage, practical wisdom, and faith-filled encouragement to remind you that God's possibilities are endless. Welcome to the Art of Possibility. And there you see it right there. So you see in the logo, there's kind of the puzzle pieces. It was just part of like the autism logo and things of that sort. And you see a kind of a marker here, or this might be lipstick or a microphone. I think it's a microphone. It's a microphone in the corner there with the volume in the middle, just to show you that it is a podcast and the Arc of Possibility. There's an arc of the autism, puzzle pieces and things of that sort. So pretty cool, man. Pretty cool. So make sure you check it out. Very fruitful stuff, everything like that. Very good things on there. And yeah, show love to the family. Some good content. So for you or anybody who is a caretaker or who is, a parent of an autistic child, make sure you check out this Arc of Possibility, as well as always, of course, autism advocates. Shouts out to Kinfolk, Kia Shine, and of course, shouts out to Cheryl Jackson and all the great work that she's doing over there in Atlanta. Okay, man. Okay. If you rock with me, you rock with Arc of Possibility LLC, and you support them. All right. Let's get into it. Next thing next. VMA winners. This is my first time seeing the VMA winners. I actually had this pulled up earlier this morning, but I forgot, because I didn't put it in my notes. So I skipped it, and I was like, I'll just do it tonight. So here's the full list of MTV VMA winners from 2025. I know you guys don't care because it's 48 hours later, at least by the time I upload this. So, but I just want to see you anyways. Video of the year, Ariana Grande, Brighter Days Ahead. Did not see that video. Artist of the year, Lady Gaga. Congratulations to Lady Gaga. Do not know one song from Lady Gaga in 2025. Song of the year, Rose and Bruno Mars, APT, winner. Did not know that song. I have not heard that song. Best new artist, Alex Warren. Do not know who that is. Best pop artist, Sabrina Carpenter. I know who Sabrina Carpenter is. MTV Push Performance of the Year, Cat's Eye, Touch. I have heard of Cat's Eye. Do I know the song Touch? Probably not. Leon Thomas, yes it is. So I guess Mutt don't count. That just wasn't a song they were pushing or something. Tipsy being nominated in 2025 is crazy. Best collaboration, Lady Gaga and Bruno Mars. I didn't even know. Was this a song that was on the Batman, the Joker movie? Did not even know that they had a. Okay. Brighter Days Ahead, Ariana Grande. Do not know if I know that song. Best hip hop, Doechii Anxiety, which is not a hip hop song, but she won. Congratulations to Doechii, and she won an Emmy last night as well. Best R&B, Mariah Carey, Type Dangerous. Did not know Mariah Carey had a new single out last year. Best Alternative, I did because I reported on it. I just don't remember it. Best Alternative, Sunbird, Back to Friends. Do not know that song. Best Rock, Coldplay, All My Love. Shout out to Coldplay. Do not know that song. Shakira, Soltaria. Best Latin. Do not know that song. Best K-pop, Lisa featuring Doja Cat and Ray, Born Again. I might have heard of the song, but I don't think so. Best Afro Beats, Tyler, Push to Start. Do not know that song. Shouts out to Tyler. Best Country, Megan Maroney. Am I Okay? I do not know Megan Maroney. I do not know that song. Best Album, Sabrina Carpenter, Short and Sweet. I think I do know some joints off that song. Special. I think that's Sabrina Carpenter. Best Long Form Video, Brighter Days Ahead. Oh, I do know this song. I think I said earlier I don't know the song. I actually do know the song. The kick it, kick it, kick it, kick it, work it, work it, work it, work it. I like that song. I like that song. Dang, they put Mac and Ariana in the same. Okay. Best group, Blackpink. Blackpink. I do know that group. That is a K-pop group. Song of the Summer. Tate McRae watching. Now y'all know the real song of the summer. Big Pluto, like what the world flying in that Escalade, and you know we deep in air, yo. Man. That's crazy that it, bro. That is easily the song of the summer. Is Wham Whammy. Wham Whammy. Say that. Yeah, scammy. Video for Good. Charlie XCS guest featuring Billie Eilish. Do not know that song. Of course, I haven't seen the video. I don't even know the song. Best Direction. Abracadabra from Lady Gaga. Did not know that song. Best Art Direction. Lady Gaga. Abracadabra. Congratulations to Lady Gaga. Best Cinematography. Kendrick Lamar. Not Like Us. I know that song. I've seen that music video. Best Editing. Tate McRae. Just Keep Watching from the F1, the movie. Shouts out to F1, the movie. Best choreography. Doechii Anxiety. It's crazy. She's getting all this attention for a song that came out 5 years ago. Hey, man. Just keep pushing your stuff, man, for real. Best Visual Effects, Sabrina Carpenter, Manchild. Shouts out to Sabrina Carpenter. All right, next up, we have Naz Reid's sister. Prayers up, prayers up, prayers up for Naz Reid's sister. This was another one that I had actually for yesterday, and I skipped over it. So I want to give Naz Reid that love, that respect, and here we go. This is from NOLA.com. Shouts out to NOLA.com. This is written by, oh, snap. Who's that young man in the byline? What the heck? Former LSU basketball star Naz Reid's sister was reportedly and unalived in New Jersey. Shouts out to whoever this young gentleman is that wrote the story. Torreya Reid, the older sister of former LSU men's basketball star Naz Reid, has been fatally on Saturday outside of a New Jersey apartment complex, according to reports. She was 28. Shaquille Green, a 29-year-old New Jersey man, has been charged with unaliving, possession of a and unlawful purpose and unlawful possession of following Torreya's unaliving passing. The Athletic reported Green and Torreya were in a quote-unquote dating relationship, Ocean County prosecutor Bradley Billheimer told the outlet. When officers arrived on the scene after a report of ringing in the area, they saw Green running away from the scene. Torreya is the oldest of three Reid children. Naz is the middle child, and the other sister, Jakahaya, is the youngest sibling. And, you know, shouts out to Jakahaya or Jakaya. Jakaya. I had to break it down. Jakaya. Jakaya is the youngest sibling. Naz once told Torreya is quote unquote super protective, and she acts like she's the parent of her younger siblings in a 2023 Minneapolis St. Paul magazine interview. He also said his older sister was a softball athlete. Because I was the only boy, quote unquote, everybody was always paying attention to me because I was playing basketball in another city, Nas said in the story. So everyone made sure that I was okay. Nas has developed into a fan favorite for the Minnesota Timberwolves after going undrafted from LSU in 2019. In 2023-2024, Nas won the NBA Six Man of the Year award. In his long season at LSU in 2018-2019, Reid averaged 13.6 points and 7.2 rebounds per game. He played in 34 college contests before declaring for the 2019 NBA draft. Okay, so just for everybody seeing this, you saw how I stumbled and I, stuttered over a couple of the words. It wasn't the smoothest read. A lot of times people will see that on a blind eye coming into the channel for the first time, and they're like, please read with your children. Please teach your children how to read. You should have no problem saying any of those words. I want you to look at who wrote this story and how I tried to read this story. It just is what it is, bro. It's late. It's late. You just trip over words sometimes. It just is what it is, dog. Is what it is. But going back to the thing, this is really sad, man. Really sad, to be honest. Prayers up, of course, to Naz Reid and his family. His little sister as well. That entire family, because this is something that's, what I'm saying, it just happens, bro. And it's really sad that it happens. It's kind of like a part of "We Cry Together" from Kendrick Lamar, where it's like the craziest song ever, and then at the end, he said, they say it's time to have the conversation, right? Like, it's time to have the conversation. This is a big problem in the community and things of that sort. You know what I mean? So hold on, let me switch over. It'll probably work too in a second. Hold on. But yeah, it's a problem in the community, and it's a conversation that needs to be had. This is definitely something, remember Metro Boomin, his mom was the victim of something exactly like this. Metro Boomin's mom, we just seen this in so many examples beforehand, of just violent domestic situations. And just prayers up to anybody who's in anything. This is why, as always, like, you can't worship or salute, toxic behavior, because it starts with the little things, the red flags and stuff like that people have made so cute, quote unquote, or goals or this or that, or they make jokes of it or light of it. None of that is cute, because it can turn up into something that's very, very serious. And before you can get out, it might just be too late for you. You know what I'm saying? So if you or any loved ones are in a toxic situation, please show yourself out expeditiously. And I know some people who know me or whatever, or who have, dealt with me in the past, might be like, oh, look who's talking. Shoot, ain't nobody, baby. Yeah. I ain't gonna lie. I've had some toxic tendencies, and I think with the internet jokes and everything about toxicity, like, I've joked along with it, but it's not right. It's not right, bro. And it's not cute. It's not funny. At some point, you have to grow up and mature, and like, okay, yeah, we can't do that. We can't be doing that. And when I mean toxic, I mean stuff like, if you stop talking to somebody, calling them like a couple weeks or months later and being like, yo, what's up? And then like saying, okay, well, you look good. Something like that. Something like that is like the toxic I'm talking about. But yeah. All right. Prayers up to Naz Reid for sure. And rest in peace to Miss Torreya, of course, for sure. Going way too soon off this earth. 28 years old, didn't even make it to 30. And from a situation that is just sad, bro. Just sad, man. Carl Anthony Towns, he spoke on this as well, on this particular situation. Let's see what Cat had to say. Let's switch over right here. Kat said, heartbroken. No words can ever take away the pain from my brother. Holding everyone close in prayer today. So, yeah, salute the Cat for his tribute post. And rest in peace once again to Mr. Ray Reid. Yeah. Terrible thing. And once again, toxicity is not cute. Check it at the door. The small signs, the little white lies, the little red flags at the beginning are huge. They all matter. They're all huge. All right. So don't take it just lightly. Take everything seriously. Know everything for sure. Protect yourself and your loved ones.
Has been the worst summer for movies since 1981.
Shout out to Canva.
No one is going to the movies. Why? Well, we stacked it upon ourselves, right? So the article points to the reboot is done because it's been used too many times, right? So that's been the strategy to get us all back. But there has to be a new strategy, a new thinking, and some compassion and understanding that money isn't everything. You got to give to get. It's a circle. And that's, coming back to working in LA, we work within the community first. And then it works out. It spins out to the world. We have the ability. We have the artisans. We have the filmmakers. We have the directors. And we have the money. So why not give and take a little bit and bring some enthusiasm back into the theaters so we can all see movies together again?
No, 100%. Bro ain't lying. I know me personally, I went to mad movies last year and stuff like that. I haven't gone since I moved. And I moved in January. Sinners came out. That was a pretty big deal. And then the Katrina movie, of course, that was a pretty big deal. And there's a couple movies coming up soon that are big deals. The Marlon Wayans movie that he just kept promoting during his Casanat stream, which we're going to get to later and stuff like that. But yeah, it's just a couple movies that I'm looking at and stuff like that. And I haven't gone watching the movies, and it was just like a matter of not wanting to go, to be honest. But the movies are definitely a time, and to save the movie industry and the arts and things of that sort, you have to do what he's saying, man. I didn't see the movie, but one of the red carpets I went on last year was Bad Boys, like 4, right? You got to stop that. 4, 5, 6, 7. But we don't say it with 6, 7. But we don't say it with Fast and Furious. I say it with Fast and Furious. I don't want to see no Fast and Furious 20, bro. Keep that series going. It should have ended. Paul Walker, he passed away, 5, everything like that. They do. See you again. It should have ended right there. They ride off into the sunset. Paul Walker's brother playing him at the end, driving off. That's it. That's all we need to see, bro. Keep that at 5 for sure. But yeah, man. Like you said, no more reboots. Bring back originality and don't prioritize money as the number one thing. If you want to do something else beside money, give a little bit and have a great movie or something like that on a low budget, or go over budget and don't get a good return on your investment just for the sake of getting people to trust your name and the movies again in general, then do so. Do it for the culture. Do it for the love of the art. So many times, so many things are centered with money, and for good reason. Without money, you can't do anything. But you can ultimately make more money in the long haul if you make better product. Just is what it is. It's proven fact. It's the give and receive, all of those things. Okay. Chicago's warning Trump about Chicago.
Do not send the National Guard to Chicago, man. Do not, I repeat, do not do it.
Oh man, this got a thing. But he's saying don't come down here. He's saying don't come down here. Why he's saying that?
Niggas go fight back, gang. Whatever. I don't give a fuck what you talking about. Them young niggas got switches, gang. They
Oh my goodness. Oh brother.
So Trump has declared war on Chicago using an AI meme of him in a Kid Rock hat, flanked by helicopters, burning the city down. You can't make this shit up. How you trying to step, but you had them bone spurs in your feet when they called you for the draft. Now all of a sudden you missed the military.
Hey, and make sure you pick that shit up this time.
All right. I mean, shit, he chose a war-ready place. One thing I love about Chicago, every racial group is tough as hell. Nobody is going for that shit. I seen white people posting pictures of Malort. That's this nasty-ass liquor they drink as Molotov cocktails. Talking about some shut the fuck up about Chicago. They said ICE was pulling up, so they sent 1,000 salt trucks. That was just class act. As far as the shot apocalypse now, there is historical precedent for the United States government waging war against its own citizens in modern history. For example, the MOVE bombings in Philadelphia. Shout out to Mike Africa. MOVE was a black revolutionary group in Philly in the 80s that promoted raw veganism, communal living, black liberation. And the police, with help from the FBI, literally bombed their entire city block. Very connected to that movement, Mumia Abu Jamal, free Mumia. Then you got Tulsa, COINTELPRO against the Black Panthers, Wounded Knee Massacre against the Sioux Native Americans. Just as with this current moment, all these events share a pattern of targeting black, indigenous, and immigrant communities. Although U.S. law prevents the use of the army against Americans, less Congress supports it, which I don't remember hearing about no votes. This shows you that the United States will wage war against its citizens in the name of white supremacy. Because U.S. law is malleable, it's subject to change. The overriding, unquestionable law of the United States is white supremacy. All things are possible in furtherance of racism. And it's no coincidence that Chicago is a majority black and Latino city. But hey, if this is what it takes for solidarity, for people to realize that all of our liberation struggles are connected, so be it. There's one thing that supersedes all the segregation of Chicago is that we love our fucking city. And we can't stand Trump ass. Try to tell you niggas that shit ain't sweet. See what happens when you're getting blown up by a Malort bottle.
Yeah, man. First of all, shout out to Vic Mensa. You know, so often I say how a lot of the most intelligent people on the internet that show themselves are rappers. And here's another great example that Vic don't get everything right, for sure. But he gets a lot right. And it's always been an intelligent mind. I'm glad to see him. I think he's cleaning up. I hope he's cleaning up and things of that sort. You know, he's been open about his struggles in the past. Whatever. That's beyond the point. Trump starting off in D.C., and then saying he wants to go to New Orleans and Chicago is crazy. It's insane, bro. It's insane. Like, he just outright saying we want to go where the black people say it's the dangerous places for black people, and a lot of black people live in, to make it safer for white people to be more comfortable in their own cities. We're going to take Chicago back. We're going to take New Orleans back. New Orleans always been a black city. Chicago always been a black city since the Great Migration. So it's like, what are you talking about? Take it back. I don't get it. It's sad to see what's going on a national level. We already seen, you know, what happened in DC with it. And it's just crazy because we're Americans too, bro. That's it. We're Americans too. Folks pay their taxes, go to work, just like the next person, just like the next man or woman. So it's like, the fact they're getting treated like this just because their presence and their existence makes others and their neighbors uncomfortable is insane. But hey, at the same time, this is America. Shouts out to D Money. Huh? All right. Speaking of kids existing and people being disturbed by it, YB, man. Yeah, the YB concert with the shirts off in the arena tour. This is stuff that you would see in a small venue. So to see it in an arena is something that never has been seen before to this level where they taking, you know, where they doing all this. Like, they going crazy. These kids going crazy. Yeah. All races. The white kids, black kids, Mexicans, all of them. They going crazy, man. They said black kids enjoying the concert turn y'all into David Duke. And then the second one was, let me see what this is. Somebody said YB Tour is a hood version of Taylor Swift. Yeah, sure. Look at my boy. I saw Rod Wave last year. And the way that Rod Wave, bro, connects to them people, because he telling like emotional music, you know what I'm saying? Singing emotional music. Bro, them folks sing every word with all that whole arena. Rod Wave only had to sing like half the song. The hook, for real. But yeah, shouts out to Rod Wave. Shout out to YB. like they said, when you talk about the next superstar coming up, I think YB, Rod Wave, and Playboy Cardi, they have the fans. However, it's just like they're very niche at the same time because the internet has made everything so, you know what I'm saying, cornered and stuff. Like, I just pulled up the VMAs winners, bro. I didn't know 85% of those artists, and I haven't heard 95% of those songs. Everything with the internet now, it used to be a time where even if you weren't a pop listener, just because of the radio and the existence and the popularity and kind of power of mainstream media, you would know all of those songs. Like the last, you know what I'm saying? Well, I know Espresso. But you know, like we would know songs like dang. Shut up and dance and I hold her back. She takes her eyes on me. She said, well, hold her back. She said, shut up and like those are songs I would not have known if it wasn't for like going to volleyball games, going to sporting events where they played pop music. Like I never would have known that stuff, bro. So I say all this to say like YB, Rod Wave, and Playboy Cardi have the popularity to carry that torch as the next big three in rap music. However, those are all three hyper niche with, you know, just crazy following artists. That's just what it is, man. So I don't know if they can be the big three or whatever if, you know, the regular person wouldn't know outside of that space of hip hop and things of that sort. All right. This man Youngboy is the John Lennon of Wines. Realizing diehard YB fans were deprived of this for so long, you can't help but smile at this. That's exactly what Larizzi said. You know, I was talking to him about YB coming to New Orleans, and he said, man, I'm just happy for him because bro been locked up. He been on house arrest. So I'm just happy that he can be back outside again because he was riding dirt bikes down the street and going on Canal Street. It was a big party, you know, throwing money out in New Orleans East and everything like that. Like it was a big party. And like he said, he just happy to see bro home, man, you know, for sure. Because they had this taken away from him for so many, like Louisiana, bro. Like, bro ain't been in Louisiana like before this past month or whatever before tour where he went to Baton Rouge, he went to New Orleans and stuff. Bro, YB ain't been allowed in Louisiana in about 4 or 5 years, bro. So yeah, it's just he deserves this whole tour of flowers. I need my section like this. I don't give a heck. For sure, look at these folks. I'll play 5 seconds. Yeah, I'll be. It's how I be at concerts, bro. I'll be recording for the channel, then I put it down. I just go crazy, bro. This reminds me, man. I think I'm gonna try to go to Florida now, bro. I be on the fence about it every single day about not wanting to go. I have to go, bro. I have to see Childish Gambino, bro. He said it's gonna be his last performance. I have to see Childish Gambino last performance. So I'm gonna put in for Flog now, bro. And I hope I get approved in time to book a flight and a room and everything like that so I could go, man. Jeez Louise, I have to go. Because to see these people, how passionate they are about their favorite artists, like I have to go. Music is a beautiful thing, especially live. Like, shout out. If you ever been to a good concert with a good crowd, it's not too many things like it. I'm not gonna lie to you. And someone said, this is culture. Facts. 100% this is culture. Then this one is people barely recording and just enjoying the moment. Young boy never broke again is saving the youth. And that's what it is, man. Like they say, people ain't none of these kids recording. You know what I'm saying? The only kids recording are the people walking up the stairs. Look at them. They're going crazy. But yeah, oh yeah. At the Rod Wave concert, it was about, little hour or whatever between sets. Dude just played Young Boy. All them folks knew all the words. Whole arena sing. I said, oh man, when that Joker get home and perform here, the roof gonna come off. He doing like 2 nights in New Orleans too. It's gonna be stupid. Now
NBA YoungBoy that was able to garner that level of hardcore, diehard, unwavering support. Without getting help from a lot of the mainstream outlets. Let's call a thing.
PS4.
And if it's any
Yeah,
NBA
wow.
fans on this live, let me know, right? You know how my fans acted.
It was the music videos. The music videos is what did it for YoungBoy, bro. Like he just put out a bunch of music videos. Like I said, when we were talking about with Skilla Baby, when he was like, YoungBoy did this, YoungBoy did that. I said, there is no YoungBoy without Lil B. He said, what? I said, Lil B was dropping a music video every single day. Lil B was doing the punch-ins. He was doing the ad-libs that changed the game of how rappers was doing their ad-libs and how rappers were even recording rap and dropping their music. He was dropping like it was streaming services and you get paid more for dropping more songs and dropping more. He was dropping a music video like every day. He was dropping 3 music videos a week. YoungBoy did that. And like they say, in 2018, 2017, them little bad kids go up on their PS4s at the time, 2017, 2018, eventually PS5s, just put it on YouTube and play YoungBoy videos, and then it goes on autoplay all day. That's how YoungBoy became a superstar. He put out a bunch of music videos. Them kids just put on one, and on autoplay with the YouTube algorithm, is more than likely once you start with one, it's gonna stay with your name, your artist name. You're gonna just keep playing a bunch of those videos on autoplay all day. You play those when you playing the PS4, and that's how YoungBoy became a superstar, bro. Just in case anybody was wondering.
Me,
because he like the most successful artist like in YouTube history, if not. Like I have to look this up. Most successful YouTube music artists, musicians, YouTubers who actually became really successful in music. No. We gonna do YouTube most viewed artists. Bad Bunny, BTS, Justin Bieber, Ed Sheeran, Shakira, Taylor Swift, Blackpink, Eminem, Katy Perry, Ozuna, Karol G, The Weeknd, Ariana Grande, Daddy Yankee, J Balvin, Maroon 5, Maluna, Rihanna, Bruno Mars. Where YoungBoy at? I know YoungBoy. Oh, YoungBoy 45th. He's still top 50 in the world. 45th? Let me see where some folks are. Because now I'm just interested. Let me see. He is on this list. He's 392nd. Gosh, Lee. Where's DDG on this? Is DDG on? DDG is not on this list. Who's an artist? Oh, NLE Choppa. NLE Choppa, he another one of them. NLE Choppa is 384th. Gosh, Lee. Jeez Louise. Is Lil Yachty up here? Let me see. Lil Yachty. Yachty is 1000th. Gosh, Lee. Where is Kodak Black on this list? Kodak Black is 167. That's pretty high. I knew he'd be up there. Future 73rd. Goodness gracious. He's higher than Nicki Minaj. He's 30 spots over Nicki Minaj. He's 12 spots over Drake. Shout out to YoungBoy, bro. Is Snowman on this list? Let me see the Snowman. Tony Snow is not on this list. Let me see Lil Tyler on this list. Lil Tyler is not on this list. Zeddy Will. I don't know if he has, viral. Nope. Lil Nas X. Lil Nas X is 178th. Goodness gracious, boy. Who else? Who got a crazy hit with views? Where Gangnam Style boy at? Open Gangnam Style. Dun 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 Gangnam Style. Whoop 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 whoop. What's his name? Psy. Open Gangnam Style. Beyonce is all the way at 28. Dang, so Chris Brown bigger than YoungBoy and Beyonce bigger than YoungBoy. That's it. That is it. Oh, and The Weeknd. It is literally The Weeknd, PJ Morton of Maroon 5, Beyonce, and Chris Brown. Oh, Michael Jackson. Michael Jackson is above him. And then there's YoungBoy. Shouts out to YoungBoy, bro. Salute to. Oh, hold on. Let me go back to this Nikki thing. She was talking. Sorry, Nikki.
And it feels more like a family, like camaraderie, but like, I don't know, like they don't play about me and I don't play about them. And people always try to like figure it out. Let's Dot Talk _Lex said his his raw personality, you can visualize anything he is saying. And just like you, he never gets his flowers. Oh.
Nikki, come on now. Nikki never gets her flowers. YoungBoy never gets his flowers. Come on now.
Maya said the more haters he get, the stronger their love gets. Kind of like us with you. Bingo.
I agree with that. All right. Next, Phantom said he wants to do a subathon.
We ever get 30-day marathon? Yes, if y'all really want it. It's just that, bro. This is the way I feel, bro. I want to do something smaller first. If y'all want to, I wouldn't do a 30-day like right away. It wouldn't be like I'd give you. Nigga, I still ain't do a real 24. I did a 48-hour stream one time, but I never really did like a real 24. So I think I would do a 24-hour first. Boom. Then after 24, I figure I'll do a 7-day. If the 7-day go wavy, I could bust out the 30 for you. And by the way, I think streaming right now, I don't want to say nothing because everything like I feel like I be saying shit and then just get twisted. I feel like it's so much shit going on that it almost feel like nothing going on.
Ooh.
In a weird way. I don't know how to explain it, bro. I have a bad way with certain things, but whatever. It's just everybody trying to do everything. You feel me? And I'm not trying to be like nobody. I'm trying to make sure I be like myself.
He ain't lying, bro. He ain't lying. I ain't been watching nothing but streams for the past week. I Show Speed, Kai Cenat, and I'm watching who I'm watching now. I'm watching hold on, I'm watching Homegirl. What's her name? Lima. What's Lima? Lima Lee. Let me see her name. Lima Lee. That's who I'm watching now. Lima Lee. Yep, I'm watching Lima Lee now. So I'm watching all them jokers. I'm watching them like around the clock. And with them, shout out to Lima, by the way. Now, when I'm watching them, it's like it's like Lima Lee is like high energy video games, like traditional streamer, desktop streamer, everything like that. Pew, 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 come on, chat. Like she dressed up in cosplay. She interacts with her followers through Discord. They watch movies together. They, play the game together. She tell people from the chat to come on in to the Discord to play the game and everything like that, play online. And she awards the winners of the games. And she really interacts with their chat for real. Like it's a bit not basic, but it's a traditional streamer type deal, right? And it's high energy, like multiple camera angles. It's a lot going on for real. Songs, still do songs, AI little portraits of her, and she do freeze frame thing. They have bubbles come out when she gets gifted. It's a lot going on. It's very overstimulating. And then you have someone like a Kai, where it's like a modern day late night talk show host. where he has all the celebrities come there, at least one celebrity a night, and then they do the games and the typical stuff that they do every night, but just with new guests. And then during the day, you know, he might do just the regular streamer stuff where he'll react to his Reddit page, or he'll do this and then he'll do something IRL. Like today they went to Universal Studios and they rode the rides, and you know, Rakai and Tota they had school, and while the rest of the guys went to the gym. It's, you know, it's a routine, but that's what he's doing over there. Speed is doing a US tour where he's going to every state, or like 35 states to the 50 states. And in every state, like, he's got the biggest celebrities and city ambassadors showing up. Welcome Speed, and he's showing them around, and he's going to NFL games, and he's, you know, kissing babies and shaking hands in every single city or everywhere he's going. They follow him like Michael Jackson of the streaming world. And it's just so much going on at the same time, bro. To the point of, like, when you see Playboy Max go live, and Silky go live, and DDG go live, and Deshae Frost go live, and Jay Cinco go live, and Dub go live, and Capaholics go live, and Ben the Don go live, and Ty the Guy go live, and Zoe Spencer go live, and Samaya go live. Like, Baby Lola, like, it's so much, bro. It's just so much, dude. It's easy to get real lost up in the sauce and just see that everybody's doing the same thing. It's like, this section of girls are doing pool streams. This section of people doing gym streams. This section of people just, hey, come and chat with me. We yapping. This group of people doing, hey, I'm in the studio. Hey, I'm doing my job. Come watch me do my job. It's so much going on. Or like, hey, there's this event going on in my local hometown. I'm streaming it. Come watch me do it. You're like, it's a lot going on. So I 100% agree with what Phantom's saying right there. But I say just keep creating, bro. Keep creating. At the end of the day, I know it doesn't sound like a lot. Keep creating, bro. Yes, the market is diluted. Yes, usually if you come into it right when it get hot, after it's already done and stuff like that, it might be too late. But new people still popping off, bro. It's like music. Like, music been around for a while, you know? Just like movies. Movies been around, but it's always going to be someone new that pop up. Why not you be in the batch of the new people that pop up? Keep working. Keep going, for sure. I believe in all of you. But be creative, because the more people and the more diluted it comes, you got to find new ways to stand out. Okay. Marlon Wayans went on Mafia Down tonight. W. Marlon, man. Funniest host yet.
White chicks too.
I don't know if that's gonna happen. All that makeup. Listen.
Yeah, how was that?
Terrible, nigga. 7 hours of makeup. I want to do Black Man the movie. I don't want to spend 7 hours doing nothing. 7 hours in makeup every day. And then you have to and then we work 14 hours after the 7 hours because we produce the movie. If you're going to produce the movie, you got to push your call time. So that means you have no turnaround. Turnaround's usually 12 hours. We only got 3 hours every night. So after work, we were still there taking the makeup off. That took an hour. So we'd sleep 3 hours and then come back the next day and be in makeup. And that's how we got White Chicks done. That's why people are like, hey, you want to do White Chicks too? No. No. I want to do Black Man the movie.
Black Man the movie. Shouts out to Kai W. Kai for pulling it.
It sounds like it's a trick. Oh, yeah. Hold on. Mom, you can't call me off because you look older than me, nigga.
Ooh.
So, you got grown face. You're young, but you got grown face.
He said that little bit got a grown face.
Hey, yo.
Tota, you gonna love him. He's Brazilian. Oh, no, they got him.
He said, no.
He's from Brazil. I don't trust Brazilian. Where's my phone? They still your phone out there. I better have my phone. Big star. Oi, tudo bem?
Bro,
tudo bem? Tudo bem?
He the best.
Tudo bem?
Tudo bem?
Yeah, tudo bem.
You speak Portuguese,
Fala
bro?
português.
No, you don't speak Portuguese.
Não muito. Fala português. Pouco. Um pouquinho.
Bro, I look at you and move, bro.
Yeah. Sim, my brother. You fala português, you already know about that. Me legal.
Oh my God. Bro, what movie you know? Bro, you the best in Brazil, bro.
Branquela.
I try to
Yo, bro.
Clay.
I don't know if y'all seen it, But like later, Kai calls Kevin Hart, and you're on the phone with them, and then so he shows him off, and Toto's in the background. Toto say, "Yo, Kevin Hart, you the best in the movie, bro." Marlon got up and said, "I thought I was the best."
Son, you know what is, bro, legendary in Brazil. Come on,
In
son.
Brazil.
Come on.
You global.
Te amo, Brazil, muito. Mwah, mi pessoas.
You very
The gente, mi gente, para the gente.
So the rest of the month, Toto ain't know none of the guests. That's funny because he ain't responded that to nobody. Shout out Toto.
You want to cut your locks?
And if they get to Mill,
Can I cut him?
LeBron's cutting them.
LeBron James?
Yeah. You want to help him cut him?
I'll cut his hair.
Yeah, I should daddy with no fucking deal. Look, we got tatted, bro. We got tatted. I will not deal with.
Oh, you got a man.
He signed it. He
I will
signed
not
it.
deal with no Tron
LeBron James know your father.
I will never be fighting over a man that ain't related to you. I never. You felt that? You got a crush on Bron.
Listen, no.
You got a crush on Bron. And then you want to cut
That man,
if they get
and
to-
let
if
the
they get to
laugh
Mill-
last a beat.
Can I cut him?
LeBron's cutting them.
LeBron James?
Yeah. You want to help him cut him?
It's LeBron James.
I'll cut his hair.
Look at this, bro.
His hair.
1, 2, 3. Bruh, that man was not playing.
White chicks.
Oh! Monkey generation.
Generational energy.
He hit you with the. He hit you with the. Clock it! Clock it, bitches! Clock it!
White chicks more. That's really crazy, boy.
Hey, papi, Guantanamera! Ahí era Guantanamera! Ahí era Guantanamera! Yo, movie in the.
Bruh, this man is stupid, bro. And I watched this live, but you couldn't catch everything because he too
Before we
witty, bro.
go on the house, so make sure y'all check out her single right now.
It's number one on
Kalani
R&B,
pulled up.
Apple
W.
Music
Kalani.
today.
Number one on every chart. Let's make it number one on every chart right now. It's all Travis. She came here tonight.
Like right now.
W Marlin outfit. Come on, you ain't gonna get W Marlin in the track. Come on, man.
W Marlin. I love
W Marlin.
Skipping that. Shout out to Folder. Shout out to Kaylani. Yeah, Kaylani. Not Kalani, Kaylani. Okay. All right, we getting to the end of stream here. Just a couple more things. We probably got about 15 more minutes for real. Fo Bats shares touch and post dedicated to Nicia on Instagram. I don't know if this is a music video or not. I don't know. But in the event that it's an actual wedding, congratulations to Fo Bats and Anicia, man. Anicia, obvious friend of the channel. Fo Bats, good dude as well, man. Congratulations to the both of them, man. Dude, crazy. I don't even know where to start. I've been going through a lot last year, and the people closest to me know the real. But ever since I met you, you've been helping me out the toughest times of my life. And a lot of time, I don't even give you enough credit. I know we have our ups and downs. Man, we just got into it earlier today. But I love your little crazy self. And if anybody play with you, I'm going to lose my whole career on Mason Grave. I love you, all caps. You my everything. You my rock. I knew we was going to be together because you let me take you to Waffle House on our first date. Laughing emoji. The world will never know how much I truly love you, but they going to get a piece of it today, so I'm dedicating my project to you. You're the reason I'm still shining, and I'm happy I get to spend the rest of my life with you. Wow, man. That's real love, man. Shouts out to Anicia. W Fo Bats for show. Yeah, sure. Hey, when you know it's real, why wait? You got money, why wait? Happy birthday to Ruby Bridges. She turned 71 today. Ruby. Wee, wee, wee. This is by Shay Dawson, edited by Karina Gonzalez. This is Women's History, National Women's History Museum. Ruby Bridges has always been a civil rights advocate, with her experience of being the first Black child to enter an all-white school in the South, making her a household name. Though her experience in school was a harrowing due to the blatant racism and targeting of her family, Bridges never missed a day of school. Presently, the Ruby Bridges Foundation and Bridges herself continue to host speaking engagements and write children's books to strive for an end to racism in America. All of us are standing on someone else's shoulders, someone else that opened that door and paved that way. And so we have to understand that we cannot give up that fight, whether we see the fruits of our labor or not. You have the responsibility to open the door to keep this thing moving forward. Ruby Bridges, The Guardian, 2021. Guys, Ruby Bridges charges for interviews. Do y'all think I should? I don't pay for interviews, but with someone like Ruby Bridges, I was about to say Ruby Rose. Do you think I should pay for it? Let me know. If you think so, comment down below. Say yes, pay for the interview. And if enough people say yes, pay for the interview, I will pay for the Ruby Bridges interview. And I will bring Ruby Bridges on the channel, bro. It might even be in person, but guaranteed it's going to be at least virtual, on camera, on stream, everything like that. Ruby Bridges was born on September 8th, 1954 to Abon and Lucille Bridges, who had married the previous year and lived in Tylertown, Mississippi. Abon worked as a mechanic and was a veteran to the Korean War, while Lucille was employed in domestic work roles. 2021. When Ruby was 2 years old, the family relocated to New Orleans, Louisiana, seeking a better job opportunities and higher quality education for their children. Smith, 2021. Their move, coincided with the pivotal movement in American education, as 1954 was the same year as the U.S. Supreme Court issued its landmark decision in Brown versus the Board of Education of Topeka, Kansas, which declares racial segregation in public schools unconstitutional. The Supreme Court ruled that separate, quote-unquote, educational facilities were inherently unequal. Library of Congress, 2004. This decision required all schools to desegregate, providing Black students with the opportunity to attend what were once all-white institutions. Segregations, both by law and by custom, started soon after abolition of the abolition of slavery in the 19th century, though various amendments of the Constitution have been passed to provide African Americans with the rights to citizenship and the right to vote, and other legal decisions were made that worked to nullify those amendments. Both socially and politically, African Americans were, quote unquote, regulated to the status of second class citizens. Pilgrim, 2000. They were separated by their white counterparts, not only by the law, but by the, quote unquote, private action in transportation, public accommodations, recreational facilities, prisons, armed forces, and schools in both the northern and southern states. Library of Congress, 2004. Furthermore, the Library of Congress expands on the stating, quote unquote, in 1896, the Supreme Court sanctioned the legal separation of the races by its ruling in H.A. Plessy versus J.H. Ferguson, which held that separate but equal facilities did not violate the U.S. Constitution's 14th Amendment. Library of Congress, 2004. The Brown versus Board ruling in 1954 overturned these separations in the realm of education. Even with this ruling, Louisiana struggled to enact integration. It was not until November 14th, 1960, that Louisiana schools began to desegregate due to an official order by federal judge Skelly Wright, Norman Rockwell Museum, ND. Schools could refuse, though Judge Wright made it clear, quote unquote, they could opt out. They could opt to close if they refused to integrate. Devlin, 2020. Bridges' opportunity to attend William Frantz Elementary School as a first gender came at the request of the National Association for the Advancement of Colored People, NAACP. The NAACP worked tirelessly to eliminate the legal obstacles that upheld the public school segregation. They became aware of Ruby when they discovered that she was one of 6 children who passed the required entrance exams. The exams were aimed to see which African American students could succeed within an all-white institution. Bridges' father said to be reluctant, but her mother was eager for her daughter to have this opportunity. Lucille's mother and father did not have the opportunity to receive an education, and she had to leave school in the 8th grade to assist her parents in the fields. This prompted her to encourage Ruby to pursue an education no matter the trials that lay ahead. With this decision, Bridges became a trailblazer at just the age of 6 years old as the first African-American child in the South to attend an all-white elementary school. The impact of integration. On Bridges' first day at William Frantz Elementary, she had to be accommodated by U.S. Marshals. Protests from white parents and officials led to concerns for her safety. In fact, quote-unquote, white parents in Louisiana vehemently protested the idea, and the school boards and politicians sought to block desegregation in the state. Once let into the school, Bridges was brought into the principal's office immediately. She recalls that the crowd that was outside, they immediately rushed in behind me. They started to run into every class, and they took every child out of school. So by the end of the day, 500 kids, quote unquote, were taken out. She mused that her entire first day was spent at the principal's office. Upon attending, this is crazy, bro. Is it crazy? A 6-year-old, bro. Jeez Louise. Upon attending the once all-white school for the first time, Bridges was not only faced blatant discrimination, but was also the only student in her class. Her teacher, Barbara Henry, was a white woman from Boston. She solely taught Bridges for the entirety of first grade. Many years later, Bridges spoke highly of Henry and remarked that, quote unquote, even though she looked exactly like people outside of the school, she showed me her heart. Despite these circumstances, Bridges never once missed a day of school. She was escorted each day by her mother and the U.S. Marshals. The racism she faced while attending school took on various forms. Many white students' parents chose to homeschool them. Objects were thrown at her, and perhaps the most harrowing, Bridges recalls being, quote unquote, greeted by a woman displaying a black doll in a wooden coffin. Wow. Additionally, Bridges could not partake in the communal spaces such as the cafeteria. She brought her own lunch in fear of being poisoned, or the playground. She often played inside with her teacher. That's so sad. And when she needed to use the bathroom, she was accommodated by a U.S. Marshal. Though courageous, the choice to allow Bridges to attend an all-white school also impacted her family. Disdain for Bridges' presence at William Frantz Elementary caused Lucille to lose her job. Auburn lost his job, though he was encouraged by the NAACP to refrain from looking for work as it might put him in danger. This created tension within the home, though even Bridges' grandparents, who did not live with the family, were impacted negatively all the way in Mississippi. Bridges stated, quote unquote, I'm the oldest of 8, and at that point, he was no longer able to provide for his family, so they were solely dependent on donations and people that would help them. Wow. Her parents would eventually split because of their circumstances, having recognized that as a young Bridges had to face a series of difficult life events in an incredibly short period of time. Child psychiatrist Robert Coles volunteered his services to her. Though white, he aimed to support Bridges and her family. He conducted weekly visits. His career flourished and Coles eventually pursuing a career in studying how desegregation impacted young children. While circumstances often felt dire for Bridges, white parents started to change their minds. White parents began to allow their children to attend William Frantz, even though Bridges did not know at first. The principal of the school had been separating white students from her. Barbara Henry advocated for Bridges' inclusion with other students, pleading, quote unquote, the laws change and the kids can be together now. But you're hiding them from Ruby. If you don't allow them to come together, they're going to report you to the superintendent. The principal yielded at the end of the school year, allowing students to intermingle. Though exciting, Bridges' hopes were soon dashed. The young boy asserted that he was not allowed to play with her, calling her a racial slur. Bridges reflected that the moment he said that, it was like everything came together. All the little pieces that I've been collecting in my mind all fit. Then I understood. The reason why there's no kids is because of me, the color of my skin. Oh my goodness. That's why I can't go to recess. It's all some sort of came together. It's a very rude awakening. I often say that today that really was my first introduction to racism. Though she asserts that the boy was simply explaining why they could not be friends, it was an eye-opening experience that laid the foundation for the work that Bridges will do later in life. During Bridges' second year of attendance, circumstances changes. She was able to be in class with other students. She was no longer the only African-American in her class, with the number increasing year by year. She was no longer greeted by protests every day. Barbara Henry eventually left that school, though she and Bridges will remain in touch. Bridges will go on to high school, which by the time of her attendance had had been desegregated for just over a decade. Though not picture perfect, as tensions remained between black and white students, her later educational experience looked at quite differently from that time as a first grader. Art, adulthood, and advocacy. Though Bridges' first steps into William France have been documented in photos, film, and even adapted into a film, one iconic work of art tells Ruby's tale. The Problem We All Live With was created by artist Norman Rockwell in 1963, just 3 years after Bridges made history. Rockwell's painting depicts being escorted into the school and most notably had been framed at her height so that the viewer can see things from her perspective. Passed in 2022. This work was met by both praise and heavy criticism. The painting featured in Look magazine, with some readers celebrating Rockwell's courageousness and others condemning it. As an adult, Bridges had appreciated The Problem We All Live With and Rockwell's decision to highlight her story. Quote unquote, here was a man who had been doing all of this work, painting family images, and all of a sudden decided, this is what I'm going to do. He had enough courage to step up to the plate and say, I'm going to make a statement, and he did it in a very powerful way. Rockwell went on to create other paintings highlighting racial tensions. The Problem We All Live With ushered in a new socially conscious era of our artists, just as desegregation ushered in a new era for America. Once Bridges graduated from high school, she set her sights, on leaving Louisiana. She became a travel agent for American Express. This role brought her the opportunity to travel the world for the next 15 years of her life. She left her job as a travel agent in the mid-30s, seeking a more fulfilling endeavors. Along the way, Bridges married Malcolm Hall in 1984, and the couple had 4 sons. Her brother was unalived in New Orleans in 1993, which also brought 4 daughters into her and her husband's care. In 1995, Robert Coles wrote a children's book entitled The Story of Ruby Bridges. Though her story was remarkable, not many recognized her day-to-day life. Cole's book put Bridges back in the mainstream conversation. She supported Coles by promoting his book. Disney then made a biopic entitled Ruby Bridges that came out in 1998. She served as a consultant on the film. Coles provided Bridges with the foundation in 1999. The Ruby Bridges Foundation stands for, quote-unquote, values, tolerance, respect, and appreciation of all differences. Bridges also published various books, including This Is Your Time, Through My Eyes, and Dear Ruby, Here Are Hearts. With her nieces still in her care, Bridges remained tied to William France Elementary as girls attacked the same school as their change-making aunt. Though upon noticing the school lacked after-school arts programming, Bridges set out to make it happen. Then in 2005, Hurricane Katrina caused significant damage to the school, so much so that the local government intended to demolish it. Bridges stepped in, proclaiming that, quote-unquote, I felt like if anybody saved the school, it should be me. And then the school got placed on the National Register of Historic Places, which guaranteed its preservation. The school had been since restored and remains operation. To show their thanks, the statue of Bridges is on display in the school's courtyard. Oh, okay. What school is this? The William France Elementary? Hold on. William France Elementary. Oh, bet. Say that. Say that, then, chat. Say that, then. That's all you had to say. Say that, then, chat. Say that. Okay, bet. Okay. William France. Hold on. William France Elementary. Oh, school. Dang, how am I go? Dang, how am I gonna go? I do not know, bro. I don't know. But I want to go. Let me see. With nieces still in their care, they remain tied to William France Elementary as the girls attended the same school as their change-making aunt. Upon noticing that the school lacked after-school arts programming, Bridges set out to make it happen. Then in 2005, Hurricane Katrina. Okay, there it is. It's in the school's courtyard. Life and legacy. Ruby Bridges' courage cannot be understated. Her impact has far surpassed her first steps in William Frantz Elementary School in November of 1960. She has remained a vocal advocate for anti-racism and encourages kids to make meaningful connections with all peers of all races. I'm not going to lie, bro. I'm talking myself into paying for it. I'm talking to myself for paying for the Ruby Bridges interview. I ain't going to hold you. She has remained a vocal advocate for anti-racism and encourages kids to make meaningful connections with peers of all races. She has upheld the legacy of her parents, Avon and Lucille Bridges, her first grade teacher, Barbara Henry, and child psychiatrist, Robert Coles, all of which sought out to provide her a solid foundation to enact change. She continues to pave the way for generations to come through her various advocacy efforts. Bridges' contributions, both past and present, have been recognized far and wide. She holds various honorary degrees from Connecticut College in 1995 and Tulane in 2012. In 2000, she made an honorary deputy U.S. Marshal. 10 years later, Bridges was honored at the White House. As of 2024, she was also inducted into the National Women's Hall of Fame. Shouts out, bro. Ruby Bridges, dude. Ruby Bridges, what a story. I need that interview, bro. I'm not gonna lie. I need that interview, bro. I need that interview. And the last scene, we go back to Ayo. Over 1,200 actors and filmmakers have signed a pledge stating that they will refuse to work with Israeli companies that are quote unquote implicated in the human right and a horror against Palestinian people. Olivia Colman, Amy Lou Wood, Mark Ruffalo, and Ayo Edebiri are among those who pledged. Here is the story from Variety. Let's get into it. Yargos Lanthimos, Olivia Colman, Ayo Edebiri, and Josh Connor are among the 1,200 industry names, pledging not to work with Israeli institutions complicit, quote unquote, in war crimes. Figures across the film and TV world, including Oscar, BAFTA, Emmy, and Paul Nur winners, have signed a pledge saying that they will refuse to work with Israeli institutions and companies that have, quote unquote, implicated in against Palestinian people. The list of signatories has surpassed 1,200 names, including filmmakers Yorgos Lanthimos, Ava DuVernay, Adam McKay, Boots Riley, Emma Seligman, Joshua Oppenheimer, Mike Leah, and actors including Emma Stone, Olivia Colman, Ayo Edebiri, Lily Gladstone, Mark Ruffalo, Hannah Eidenbeiner, Peter Sarjar, Amy Lou Wood, Papa Isidou, Gail Garcia Bernal, Riz Ahmad, Melissa Barea, Cynthia Dixon, Tilda Swinton, Javier Bardem, Joel Owen, and Josh O'Connor. Who wrote this? Shouts out to Alex Rittman. Okay, all right. The pledge statement published on Monday by the organization Film Workers for Palestine states that examples of complicity include, quote unquote, whitewashing or justify or partnering and or with the government committing them. As for the frequently asked questions accompanying the judge, this would include the Jerusalem Film Festival, Haifa International Film Festival, Dhaka Aviv, and Tel Aviv Fest. Quote unquote, in this urgent moment of crisis, where many of our governments are enabling the carnage in Gaza, we must do everything we can to address complicity and unrelenting horror, it reads. According to the organizers, the mass declaration was inspired by filmmakers united across, founded by Jonathan Demme, Martin Scorsese, and 100 other prominent filmmakers in 1987 to demand that the U.S. film industry refuse to distribute films in South Africa. The vast majority of the Israeli film production and distribution companies, sale agents, cinemas, and other film institutions have never endorsed the full internationally recognized rights of the Palestinian people, said Film Workers for Palestine. I think AMC, they support, Israeli and stuff like that, and their attacks against Gaza, because they were in the boycott thing. I remember that. What have we been witnessing in Gaza over the past 2 years? Shocks the conscience, said Einbeiner. As a Jewish American citizen whose tax dollars directly fund Israel's on Gaza, I feel like we must do everything in our power to end their wrong, right? This pivotal moment, given the failure of our leaders, artists have to step up and refuse complicity. Last year, a similar pledge was signed by more than 7,000 authors and book workers, including Sally Aroni and Vit Tan Nguyen, boycotting quote-unquote complicit Israeli publishers. See the filmmaker pledge below. As filmmakers, actors, and film industry workers refer to unrelated honor, oppression. Okay, that's the end of it. As filmmakers, actors, film industry workers, and institutions, we recognize the power of cinema to shape perceptions. In this urgent moment of crisis where many of our governments are enabling carnage in Gaza, we must do everything we can to address complicity in that unrelenting horror. In the world's highest court, the International Court of Justice has ruled that there is a plausible risk of real right in Gaza, and Israel's occupation, apartheid against Palestinians are unlawful. Standing here for equality, justice, and freedom for all people is with profound moral duty that none of us can ignore. So, too, we must speak out now against the harm done against the Palestinian people. We answer the call of Palestinian filmmakers who have urged international film industry to refuse silence, racism, dehumanization, as well as to quote-unquote do everything humanly possible to end complicity and their oppression. Inspired by filmmakers united against the Parliament who refused to screen their films in South Africa, we pledge not to screen films, appear, or otherwise work with Israeli film institutions, including festivals, cinemas, broadcasters, and production companies that are implicated in the against the Palestinian people. Examples of complicity include whitewashing, justifying genocide, and partnering with the government committing them. And that's that for the night. W. Ayo Edebiri, W. Actors, W. Mark Ruffalo, W. Ava DuVernay, W. Martin Scorsese. Thank you all for standing on business, having a backbone, and not selling out for a check. I seen Sexy Red. I'm gonna say it before we get out. I seen Sexy Red do a photo shoot and a nice little thing, but she had some horns and she had a tail, and she said, "The devil's angel, amen." What is we talking about? If you sold your soul for some Pound Town to go platinum, sister, you got another thing coming. And I rock with Sexy Red's music. I'll be the first one in the club. They look at me like I'm a feminist the way I sing your words in the club. But we not doing that. We not doing that. Ain't no one bigger than the program, Sexy Red. And there's certain things you can joke with, certain things that you can't. You see Lil Nas X came back a couple years later in the street talking about, I need to take a picture. I don't like the pictures. Let's go to the club. Let's go to the party, girls. You see him looking, man, they arrested that man so quick. Huh? Don't play with God's name. Don't sell out. These actors right here, these actors and actresses and filmmakers and directors and stuff, they get it. They value, they know what's happening as it's happening. Don't sell your soul, boy. Girl. Don't sell your soul, huh? Shouts out to everybody, man. I'm extremely pooped. It's 3:37 Eastern time, 2:37 Central time. I got to wake up in 5 hours to go to work. You all please take care of yourselves. Have a good morning. Have a good afternoon. Have a good evening. Have a good day. Have a good night. As always, my name is Rashad Milligan, and please subscribe to the channel and follow along for the latest updates, because I'm live each and every single day. Until next time, please take care of yourselves.
Rashad, why you didn't hit me up?
What's up, Rashad? Hey, Rashad.
What's up, Rashad?
Thank you, Rashad.
Brother, I love you, brother.
What's up, Rashad? What it do, boy?
Hey, Rashad.